Mridul.
Oh!
It does.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, next up, making his way to the cage, Himanshu Kaushik.
Let's welcome Himanshu Kaushik. चलिए दोस्तों चलते हैं fight number 7 के लिए. And again! He flaunts a career which is 7 wins, 5 losses. His last win came at Karate Combat, wherein he demolished the Pakistani opponent.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage, Mridul Saikia.
I don't think so there is anyone else better than me in the country to talk about Mridul. However, for this fight, he's changed his camp, and let's see what he brings in tonight.
I mean, he's got a tall order in front of him. I always say that whenever you're taking on an experienced fighter, you have to factor in the simplest part, the experience. Because experienced fighters have a tendency to have seen it all before.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, first we introduce the blue corner. His record, 7 wins, 5 losses. His weight, 56.7 kilograms. Fighting out of Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, and representing Soba Fight Club. Make some noise for Himanshu. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. His professional record, 6 wins. His weight, 56.7 kilograms. Fighting out of Assam. Give it up for Mridul.
All right, gentlemen, we've been under the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Step back. Let's do it.
No, it's going to be a great fight. Himanshu Kaushik, one of those fighters that you always wait for. And the new crop of MMA that's popping up in India, the fighters that are coming out of these fantastic camps like CrossFit and Warriors Cove are just a sign of things to come. The sport has evolved and India has reached that platform, that stage, where a lot of the old guard who've been training for so many years are now getting challenged by the young blood in young camps.
Yeah, we just talked about that, and it's a great thing to see the old guys coming back in, see the new guys taking it on, showing us how the sport has definitely evolved in India. Each year, and like Aisha said earlier, we're only getting started, you guys.
And
this is the tip of the iceberg.
You know, this is the only sport in the world where there is absolution in succession. The day, there is no curve. In cricket, when you start declining, you decline on a sliding scale. In MMA, your decline is instantaneous.
Why would you compare cricket with MMA? That's a team sport.
In any sport, even in cricket, even in any sport, you are on a slightly, but MMA or boxing is absolute. One day you're champ and then suddenly you're not.
Well, yes, the reason they're individual sports, I think, differentiates between both of them.
It looks like almost every single fight has been fighters fighting the opposite stance.
Stances.
Southpaw versus orthodox, right-handed
that's
versus
great.
left-handed.
Oh! Big head kick, but that's got good matchmaking.
Exactly, that is great matchmaking because it makes for bigger, better knockouts. And we're seeing heavy shots because of it.
Arjun, if you ask me to define Himanshu Kaushik in one word, I would call it speed.
Well, Mridul's a bit of a flash himself because he landed a beautiful low kick that I don't think anyone saw coming. But it's just the level of skill that's arrived at Matrix Fight 9 and the platform that it is that's providing these incredible fighters.
Mridul needs to stop doing that. Stop doing that.
With the relative new breed of fighters that are coming in, is that they're staying patient. The mental game is being addressed along with the skill.
Different angles, new things start opening up to you,
Oh.
right?
And with the camp as well. Rahul, you've been watching these guys train. You've been hanging out at their camps. You've been seeing them fight. The evolution is just significant.
For this fight, especially, he's trained at Soma MMA, which is one of the best camps wherein Indian fighters have been going and getting trained. Well, it was fun. It was fun for sure. But honestly,
Beautiful takedown. Catches the leg. Overhand right.
Signature Wushu strikes.
That's exactly what we were waiting for the fight to get a little bit more explosive, some more of the grappling action, make it a little more dirty.
Right in front of us are now both Mridul and Himanshu Kaushik. Himanshu got an underhook on the right side.
Putting the pressure on, got him against the cage now. Using his weight to keep control, both fighters fighting for wrist control. Wood has position.
And the thing about flyweights is that the kind of the kind of gas tank that they all carry, the kind of cardio and conditioning that they have, they can keep this pace throughout the fight. Nice, beautiful right hand from the clinch by Mridul.
Both guys fighting for a good position. A little double reversal now.
Very nice jockeying for position, and again trying to get control of that wrist is Himanshu Kaushik. But good job by Mridul holding the bicep and trying to push off.
Yeah, nice clean break by both fighters back in the center of the ring.
A lot of changes to his levels that he's bringing in. Well, that's the ancient era of Indian MMA. Rajinder Singh Meena, Sandeep Yadav. Wow.
A little bit of a slow start for both fighters, but nonetheless, a lot of action, some good movement, good attacks.
Himanshu leading on the strike hand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to round number 2. Oh!
Very nice, changes levels beautifully. Gets a grab hold of that single leg. Mridul doing a great job defending it. And Himanshu immediately pushes him up against the fence.
He's not letting it go.
No, but I love the way Mridul's holding his arm on the bicep. He's using that underhook. He's using an overhook there. And he's looking to push him off using his bicep, holding his bicep. Immediate separation. Again, Mridul gets to the center. Himanshu Kaushik looking for another range of attack here. Good body shot there.
Himanshu is pretty tenacious on his feet. He can fight in both the stances. Sometimes he's southpaw, other times he's orthodox. And I think this may cause a little bit of trouble to Mridul.
Yeah, it's always good when you can fight both lefty and righty. It gives you more angles to work with, confuses your opponent.
You saw that kick?
Nice head kick attempt. Again, swinging for the fence.
Oh!
Rock'em sock'em robots for both these men. And immediately Himanshu Kaushik changes levels. He's not
Good defense.
Very good defense by Mridul. Strong hip. Beautiful hip toss. Gorgeous hip toss. Takes him to the ground momentarily.
Both guys back on their feet. A lot of back and forth action here, guys. Great fight.
But this
is what it's all about, you guys. Nice leg, grab the leg kick and punch. Typical wushu attack right there.
But that's a bit of a mental advantage that Mridul got over Himanshu there. Himanshu tried his best with that single leg, and Mridul just hip tossed him.
It was just basically moving momentum. He used Himanshu's own pressure against him.
No, but it was just fantastic the way. It's a point to prove to a veteran in the industry saying, hey man, you try to take me down, I'm taking you down.
Well, Himanshu is known. Oh!
Tried a side kick attempt there, slips and hits the mat for a moment. But this is a fight, ladies and gentlemen. It's even between these two men. It's going to be a tough one to score so far.
Ooh, nice. Once again, Himanshu grabs that leg kick, goes for the overhand, keeps control. Let's see what he can do. Lets him stand back up.
Himanshu letting his opponent back up. I wish he'd followed him to the mat a little bit and try to take control and advantage of that situation.
That's kind of what happens when you get into your attack mode, right? You want to just kill. Exactly. And he's better. He's more comfortable on his feet. That's why he let him fight go back up.
Well, Himanshu looks a little bit tired. Oh, he's teasing. He's
baiting him in. He's baiting him in. It looks like he's baiting him in.
Oh, he got tagged with that right hand, but he quickly reverses it with the single against the cage. He's not had a lot of success with that all night.
Nice clean break once again. Both fighters find themselves in the center of the ring.
Very impressive takedown defense by Mridul.
Nice inside leg kick.
Both fighters posturing at one another, looking for their openings, looking for that one significant strike that's going to make the difference here. But Mridul senses a little bit of urgency. He started to take the center of the cage now, trying to press the action, bring the fight to Himanshu Kaushik.
He's pushing forward, nice leg kick.
Whoa!
Swinging and miss.
Nice take.
Straight into side control.
And now reversal.
Man, that was slick.
Attempt.
Very nicely done.
Looks like a triangle attempt, but he's got the wrong side. The legs are all over the wrong way.
He lets go of the triangle, and now Mridul is in side control, looking to lock up an arm on his dominant side. He might be looking to pass over and look for an arm triangle here. He's got to get the mount and move over to his other side. He doesn't quite have it. He doesn't have the arm trapped. He's just looking.
This is not where Himanshu wants to be. He needs to get back on his feet as soon as possible.
But good top control from Mridul, chest on chest, not giving him any room to move.
Yeah, Mridul doing a good job of keeping that top position, keeping control. He's pointing to the ref that he's grabbing the gloves.
Now he's asking his corner about how many seconds are left. He's keeping a track of time.
That's
Very
good
intelligent
of him,
fighting
keeping
and defense
awareness.
here by Himanshu Kaushik.
No, I mean the way, what's impressive is that Himanshu Kaushik is one heck of a grappler himself, and he is stuck on the ground. You find a lot of wrestlers who are unable to move off their backs. It's a very common problem with dominant top fighting, top game wrestlers.
Oh.
But Mridul here is just the way he's controlling the posture. You can see he's the heavier, bigger fighter, and the knees to the body, the top pressure, the control is going to drain Himanshu over the course of this fight.
That's kind of why Himanshu was looking at the time, asking to see how much time he's got left to save his energy.
Pretty intelligent fighting here by Himanshu Kaushik.
Himanshu defending beautifully.
Pretty well.
And
Was that after the bell?
Hang on, referee.
Bout stats. We've got Mridul leading.
I mean, it's been such an interesting fight so far. And
One
the third
apiece.
round is up for grabs. But Mridul certainly the more confident and fresher fighter. And I want to know how much of an impact did that elbow make at the end of round number 2.
Oh,
Mridul now comes from that Bidang MMA camp. And Babaji Chaudhary is going to teach you how to strike.
well, Babaji is another legend that we've got. He used to fight in the same division as Jason.
Man, he was called the Stretcher.
It's funny, my first fight ever was supposed to be against him. It never happened. Then we were supposed to
MFN
fight in
6.
Dubai.
Of
No.
course.
Exactly, but here, look at this. He's got good head control here and shrugs him off instantly, but looking for a standing guillotine from this point. He's going palm to palm. Oh, wait, he's going high on the chest. Oh, he's got it. It's tight. He's got it. He's got a game on grip. He's got it palm to palm. Is it tight enough, though? Oh, he's tapping. He's tapping. He got him. He's got him. He tapped out Himanshu Kaushik with what started off as a standing guillotine, got dragged to the ground, maintained composure and posture.
Locked in that guillotine and squeezed in really hard. Made Himanshu tap out.
I mean,
that was crazy, man.
I mean, the way he did it, the way he set it up, he used the headlock.
For your winner, submission by the guillotine, Mridul the Crusher Saikia.